Got mad toys to unbox tonight.
Yeah, 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 yeah. In the days of old, 5 elements were known MCing, DJing, graffiti had grown, B-boy and knowledge. The pillars of the game, but a sixth emerged. Add into the flame, comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight. Visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite. From the pages to the beats, a seamless blend. The sixth element, where two worlds transcend.
Welcome to the sixth element show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the sixth element show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
Ha ha ha! We here. My bad. We late than a mug. Salute to the people in the building. Slade, what's good, man? My man, just saying peace. Oh boy, yeah. We had a good. Stu, what's up, man? What's good with you, bro? You ready?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling right now. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's just get this
Get
done.
it in.
Let's
Get it in.
let's light this candle. The Dragonfly, for all of you guys out there that are big collection fans that didn't get a Dragonfly like Reno, didn't pre-order your Dragonfly, or you just need a Dragonfly army. They are now available on Big Bad Toy Store for $429.99 if you got it like that. So
There
go on
you
Big
go.
Bad Toy Store, buy about 4 or 5
Shout
Dragonfly
out.
copters. But yeah,
What?
Reno
But
might get
what?
an army of them. Reno might get an army of them. I don't know.
An
But
army of them?
yeah,
Of
because you
dragonflies?
gotta have one. Yeah, you might need more than one dragonfly. Like, Duke need
Nah.
a dragonfly. Scarlet need a dragonfly. You know, Sergeant Slaughter,
Oh,
he might
I
own a
thought you
couple of
said.
dragons.
I thought you said Duke me the dragonfly. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, bro, we homies and all that, but I can't Duke you the dragonfly. That's good, man. We got a good show though, because Daredevil Born Again episode 3 was pretty dope. And
Yes, it was.
it was just a good show, like, and a lot of I don't want to hear complaints about it wasn't no action and all that. It was a very good show. Like, it was a courtroom drama episode. Wasn't no fighting, but it was so well written that it was entertaining and it kept my interest and I didn't get bored and I wasn't like, when is this shit over? I was like, yo, what? I was like trying to see, me and my son both. We were like, yo, like into it. And the ending was just shocking. Just shocking. Um I was blown away. What about you? I was blown away. I was
No, I was definitely blown away.
It's
I
the
mean,
episode.
I don't know why. And I'm not nerd nitpicking or complaining. I don't know what the writer's fascination is with the dialogue. It's good. I'm not gonna say it's not because it is, but I don't know what the writer's fascination is with the dialogue and the courtroom drama and all that. I mean, we don't even get that much of that in the comic, but
I was just gonna
it's
say
good.
it's pretty. I mean, we get a lot of dialogue in the comics. In the comics do have a lot of courtroom scenes, and y'all know how comic books work, right? It's if you read a whole trade paperback, you'll be sure to get some action and all that. But in just a single issue, that whole issue might be a courtroom scene.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be a courtroom scene. Yeah, yeah, sometimes. But we get
Might be.
it's what I'm saying is that I don't know what they're like. I always said when I watch TV, I want to be entertained. I want to see
Yeah.
things going on, stuff moving, people flipping and fighting. Like
But you wasn't
I'm cool with the
entertained by
drama.
the drama and
Oh no
the
no 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 no
dialogue.
no no no. I was 100% with it. Like I liked it. I thought it was
Oh
dope.
yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know what the writers. I'm just pointing out. Like I don't know what the writer's fascination is with the deep dialogue. It's good. It's interesting. It keeps the story and it's moving the story along. That's the one
Mhm.
thing I definitely can never complain. It is moving the story along. It's just I don't understand what their fascination is with the you know
Dialogue.
with the dialogue. Yeah, I don't get it. It's good, but I just don't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a courtroom drama. There's gonna be a lot of dialogue, but at the same time, we know this is a comic book too, and it's cool. It's not like watching, Law and Order or whatever. It's not. It's entertaining. It's like you would see in a comic book. So it's don't try to take it seriously. And that's another thing too. It's a courtroom drama, but yet it's a comic book too. So it's not like a very serious courtroom drama, and it doesn't take itself seriously. I mean,
Right.
vigilantes are being praised, and I mean, this is all building up obviously to the where Kingpin recently in the comics outlaws masked vigilantes in New York, which is a great setup for a Spider-Man movie, just saying. Um and the episode 3, it's called Hollow of His Hand, and the title comes from a toast that Heather Glenn makes to Foggy Nelson's memory. And so the director Michael Cuesta Sesta spoke about his work on the show during an interview, and he and the biggest talking points of the episode obviously are the shocking death of Hector Ayala, aka White Tiger, and that final glimpse of who potentially killed him. It seems who was walking through towards the camera would have been Frank Castle's Punisher, but we just saw the skull. We just saw the Punisher outfit. So we'll talk about, is that Punisher or not? And we do have some unboxings today too. Got a whole bunch of shit in, some cool new stuff too, right out of Hasbro off the Pulse train. And but White Tiger's demise was made all the more poignant by the actor Camar De La Rose Reyes passing in 2023 after a battle with cancer. So he actually has passed away in real life. And the director Michael Sesta revealed that Reyes seemed to be in pain some while shooting the scenes. So he was literally reminds me of Black Panther. And it's interesting. I don't know if it's interesting or weird or just a dumb coincidence that Black Panther and White Tiger both die of cancer. And they're two very related characters. They're almost the antithesis of each other, kind of in a way. And
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
but it's weird. It's weird. I just say, but yeah. And nobody was really sure how they were both doing. Chadwick Boseman or Kamar De La Reyes, they didn't really know. Nobody knew. And so, but he says also that there was never any talk of altering the character's fate, as the episode was filmed over a year prior. So they weren't going to change it. And they shocked me with going with the male version of White Tiger just because of the MCU's, track record, but they used the female White Tiger's costume. So it's interesting because the male White Tiger is just solid white. The White Tiger
Yeah.
with the stripes is the female White
The
Tiger.
female, yeah.
At least historically, unless they changed it. And if they did change it, believe they changed it for the MCU. But they're doing that now. So Marvel definitely, absolutely, no question about it. It's been confirmed by executives. We've talked about it. They absolutely have force their way into the comics, and they make the comic writers write stuff that they could possibly potentially use for the MCU. It can't be anything that goes against the MCU, and they've actually killed off characters in the comics and made them become different, you know, people entirely just for the MCU. They've literally Feige's literally done this. Kamala Khan, he literally told the comic writer, kill her, make her come back as a mutant. We're doing that for the comics. Now, she was already an Inhuman, so basically that's no different than like them taking Cyclops and just being like, okay, he's an Inhuman now. It's crazy. But hey, does this suggest that Frank Castle really did kill him? Because we see, the skull at the end. Obviously, you know, you'll have to wait till next week to find out. But in one of the let me see the interview though, he did, let me see if he said something, anything cool. In the Marvel the mob boss wasn't, so basically Punisher walking away at the end, or a character that looks like Punisher, right? By the way, too, also we do have an interview with Jon Bernthal. He's going to be talking about his how dark his new Punisher special presentation is going to be, right? So it's going to be very dark, super duper, probably right what you're looking for, Stu. A real dark, a real John Wick
I
type
keep an open mind.
Punisher. Yeah, keep an open
Keep
mind.
my
So
keep an open
Bernthal will be
mind.
talking about that. We'll talk to Bernthal here in a minute. Just kidding, but we will, but not really. All right, so
Yeah.
Daredevil, the twist ending, right, raises a hugely important question. Was that actually Jon Bernthal's Frank Castle who killed Hector? And what does it mean if the Punisher has suddenly started targeting costume vigilantes, or was it just White Tiger, right? What's the thing there? Where does the White Tiger storyline go from here? So we're going to explore those big questions lingering after episode 3's dramatic cliffhanger here. First of all, in episode 3, Hector Ayala is put on trial for supposedly murdering an undercover police officer, which we all know is bullshit because we saw the previous episode. While the truth is, of course, that, Hector is just trying to be a good Samaritan. He saw something going down. He stepped in. Shit went bad. Matt Murdock got it. He's his lawyer, so he's got to think of something fast. He's losing the trial, and he takes a big swing, to quote him, and outs Hector as the White Tiger, outs him to the public, outs him to the courtroom, and says, "Hey," holds up his mask and all this shit. He's like,
Yeah,
he's a vigilante. I mean, I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
I was the same way. I was like, come on, man, stop. But I think he did it because remember he doesn't want to be White Tiger anymore. He wants him
Well,
to
he did
stop.
it because he wanted the jury to sympathize and see that he's a good guy, that he's a vigilante, he's a good Samaritan. He goes out all night and he helps people, and he feels that the
No,
jury
no, that you're right.
is
What is
going
it?
to
It's a but it's a double sided coin. He wants that to happen, but he also wants him to stop being white.
he
Dressing
does.
up, going out as White Tiger. So it's a double sided
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah, it does. You're right. He does it does accomplish two things with one stone. That's true. Um the uh the whole thing though is basically no sooner does Hector resume patrolling the streets after, this court case, that he is gunned down, execution style, by a rogue figure wearing a bulletproof vest adorned with the Punisher skull. And again, the question is here whether or not that was actually Frank Castle who pulled the trigger. To date, Frank has mostly shied away from the superhuman side of the MCU, right? He's preferred to target ordinary criminals, street level shit, corrupt officials, mob dudes, what have you. Targeting costume vigilantes would definitely serve as a major shift in Frank's methods and motivations, and would also, beg the question why, since he's, friends with Daredevil. And that's not to say that Punisher, has never directed his wrath at costumed, villains in the comics, or costumed characters, but he's always been down with the heroes in the comics. Punisher's not he's always
Yeah,
like, he respects Spider-Man, he respects Iron Man and Cap and all these guys, even though they don't really care for him too much. They feel that he's, wrong. And even Spider-Man like hates Punisher in a way. But Matt Fraction's Punisher War Journal is one of the notable examples of, in the comics, where Frank grows fed up with the damage caused by the supervillains of Marvel Universe and starts going after bigger villains, not just street level dudes, not nameless villains, but actually like, you know, hate monger, Craven the Hunter. But this explanation would definitely require that Frank views the White Tiger as a villain, right? Because he's never gone after heroes. He's never gone after masked heroes. So it would be that he feels that vigilante, or that tiger, White Tiger, is a villain, basically.
it's a villain.
So
Yeah,
does he believe that White Tiger is that he really killed this cop, that he's really a cop killer? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, does he see White Tiger as a cop killer, right? Does he or did Hector cross an unforgivable line in Frank's eyes, right? Because historically, Marvel's never been, that consistent when it comes to depicting the, Punisher's opinion of the police. It varies writer to writer. But when it comes to military service members, that's a different story. Frank holds a clear, fierce respect for those who risk their lives and serve their country like he did.
Yeah,
Captain America, right? The Ultimate Soldier is one superhero that Frank reveres. And
and cops, he doesn't say cops either.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But as
He
for
doesn't fight
police,
cops. So.
he for police, the things, they kind of vary from one interpretation of the character to another. In the classic Marvel universe, Frank normally goes out of his way to avoid targeting cops, even crooked cops. But in the Ultimate universe, for example, Punisher is an ex-cop himself who specifically targets corrupt cops. And based on Frank's previous appearances in Daredevil season 2, and the Punisher series itself, it doesn't seem like Bernthal's Frank Castle holds any special affection or respect for the police. Certainly it's hard to imagine him switching up his methods to specifically target a vigilante acquitted
Yeah,
of killing a cop. Like it's too weird. Frank's beef with like Daredevil and White Tiger has always been that they don't go far enough. He feels that they're too soft. He feels that they should go all out and just kill the bad guys and go ham, and they don't. And so that's why he really has a problem with them. But that's not like I'm gonna kill you. And so it seems like hard to believe that Frank is the one who shot Hector. Instead, there's a more likely possibility, and that's a Punisher copycat. Um,
could be.
Frankly, yeah, and there's no reason why we don't see the killer's face at the end, right? There's no reason why, if it's Punisher, they wouldn't show him. They specifically had his face dark. And so the series wants us to question whether that was Frank Castle wearing the suit, or would he stoop to kill White Tiger. But the truth is, that this most likely is not Punisher. Okay, it's probably a copycat killer. The series already established that the Punisher has developed a bit of a fan following among the NYPD. He's sort of respected, and we've seen multiple cops sporting tattoos of the Punisher's skull, right? That's their whole
Yeah,
deal, right? And so what's going on there? You had Brian D. Cohen's Detective Flynn doing that as well. And these cops seem to idolize Frank in the way that he takes the law into his own hands, which kind of makes no sense. But he basically can be lethal to the criminals, and they really can't. So they're jealous, right? They want to kill bad guys too. Clearly, they'd like
yeah.
nothing more to follow in his footsteps. And based on how episode 3 ends, it would seem that I think one of these cops has done that. I think it's makes more sense. You know, when he got shot, I'm like, oh, that's the cop. Like, and then he turned around and had the Punisher skull on, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was too. I was like, damn.
You know, it's clear that the series is addressing like real world controversies surrounding the Punisher character. And the Punisher skull, obviously, in real world, has indeed been appropriated by some police officers, some military members. In real life, actually, some white nationalists, some racist motherfuckers, and they fetishize Frank Castle's ruthless brand of vigilante justice, and the connection was arguably cemented in this late Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, who we all saw the movie, and he's like killed 100 people, and so he was known for adorning his equipment with the Punisher emblem and even nicknaming his unit the Punishers. And so in recent years, the Punisher emblem has also been adopted by the Blue Lives Matter movement. And Marvel Comics has addressed this phenomenon in the past. 2019, Punisher number 13 features a scene where an injured Punisher is approached by two NYPD officers who reveal themselves to be rabid fans. And to their surprise, Frank's like, fuck you. We're not the same. You took an oath to uphold the law. I gave all that up a long time ago. You don't do what I do. Nobody
Yeah,
does. And
right. I took an oath to give it out, to make sure that they that they get what they deserve. Because
Mhm.
that's what the Punisher is basically doing. He's street justice,
Mhm.
where where you can't get it. And sometimes, I mean, we all agree that sometimes street justice is what's needed. But Punisher is definitely the embodiment of that, of street justice. That's his whole that's his whole deal. He does it. He dishes it out. I mean, a lot of the heroes don't like it in New York. They just don't like it. They feel that he's wrong for doing it because he doesn't bring anybody in. He kills them. That's it. We're done. It's a wrap. Punisher come looking for you. You know you done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Punisher and the whole skull controversy too is I think Marvel's addressing that with on a wider, more visible scale. And we know that Barenthal is coming back uh in the series too as the Punisher. So there's no reason to believe that the character's reaction to the idea of NYPD officers co-opting his image and mission will be any different than the comic book version, right? He's just going to be like, "Fuck you." And so it's entirely possible that Frank pushing back against this fanatical obsession with the Punisher will form the basis of the recently announced Punisher Disney Plus special that we'll be talking about here. And the showrunner, Dario Scartapane, says that he said there is a Frank Castle storyline that is, I think, deep and rich and has been begging to be told. It was one in the comics, he said, but Frank's appearance is not random. He said it comes back to the question of who is a vigilante, who's good, who's bad. And Frank is one of those incredibly galvanizing characters. And Frank comes into our world with a purpose, and that purpose is executed. Does it have something to do with these men that we see in Nikki Torres' apartment? Yes. End quote. And it's always possible that episode 4 is going to reveal that, Frank did indeed kill Hector, right? Fueling the renewed conflict between Matt and Frank. But at this stage, it seems much more likely that New York City has a growing Punisher problem, kind of like the Joker movie where like people are like falsely following. And so certain members of the police, idolize Punisher and have their whole little dark cult. And that's something
Cult.
that Frank is going to have to confront, Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And he is a problem for Punisher. He is a problem for Daredevil and Spider Man. Spider Man is another one that in the comics he Punisher's a problem for him
mhm.
because once Punisher has his sights set on somebody, they try to stop him from killing him.
Mhm.
And they know Punisher's a tough cookie. Punisher, like, listen, he might not have powers like they do, but Punisher's
Hmm.
tough to deal with, man. He
Oh
really
yeah,
is.
yeah. I mean, he's a soldier. He's got no like. He's one of those dudes with nothing to lose, so he takes any risk, and he's good at what
Yeah,
he does, and so you know he's very effective.
very
But
effective. Yeah.
yeah, now in the comics, now the with the White Tiger storyline, because there's, I think we've just found out why Marvel did the male White Tiger because they're gonna kill him, and then they're gonna give the female White Tiger the mantle for the MCU. You see how they and so it's it's very strategic. And so with the White Tiger storyline, Born Again is drawing a fair bit of inspiration from the Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev's Daredevil comics. Similar to the show, the comics depict Hector as a vigilante wrongfully accused of murder. And in this case, Hector's shot dead by the police while trying to flee, only for the evidence to surface proving his innocence. Following Hector's death, his Jade Tiger amulets are passed down to his niece, FBI agent Angela Del Toro. And, of course, she reluctantly becomes the new White Tiger and is trained by Daredevil himself. Later, the amulets and mantle pass on to Hector's teenage sister, Ava. And let's see. There we go. So the White Tiger costume, the reason this kind of makes it all make sense, right? The reason that they did the male White Tiger was so that they could, say they did the male White Tiger and they're gonna kill him right away, and then they're gonna do the female White Tiger and the reason that they use
And she'll
the
live forever.
female white tiger's costume, right? Right. And the reason they use that costume is obviously is so that when the female white tiger becomes white tiger, people will be like, "Oh, that's the white tiger," and recognize it. And so it's like I said, it's all very strategic. But that's the female white tiger's costume. She's got the tiger stripes, the black stripes. Male white tiger never did in the comics, at least no time that I saw. It was always just a solid white. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's very typical. And so but I think it could still be very cool, right? So the series focus in episode 3 is on Hector and his his wife Soledad, and we learn that the couple is staying with Hector's sister and daughter Angela. So here's 3 women. It's easy to picture a scenario where Angela inherits her uncle's amulet and continues his mission of protecting an innocent civilians of the Bronx. And so Angela may be a mashup of Angela Del Toro and Ava Ayala, characters from the comics, right? So it's like the name of Angela, but then the Ava Ayala last name. So Angela Ayala, right? They put the two together. Bingo. You have an MCU character that, is an MCU character when really it's, a Marvel character. But that's how the MCU works it. And so if that happens, we imagine Matt Murdock will have vested interest in protecting and mentoring this new white tiger, right? So because he failed to protect Hector, it's all perfect. And so his decision to out Hector's white tiger identity might have contributed in some way to his death, right? That's
Yes.
what, if he never did that, right? He wouldn't have died. So Matt Murdock is nothing if not a man driven by guilt, right? And so and we suspect he's not done atoning for his failure with Hector. So again, it all just tracks. And I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Frank Castle killed the White Tiger, or is the work of a copycat killer? Let us know in the chat. Um,
Yeah. I think it's a copycat. I think it's a cop. I don't think Frank did it. I think he been
Makes
set
sense.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes the most sense to me, man. But speaking of Frank, speaking of the Punisher, before we bust open these boxes and check shit out, Jon Bernthal. Um, but I don't know, Stu. I just feel like the show is dope, and I feel it's dope because it 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 it's not afraid to be a comic. It's not afraid to be based on a
It's,
comic book.
uh, it's not, and
It doesn't.
it's not afraid to go dark. It's not afraid to be like to be something different. Like I said all the time about Punisher. This needs to be darker. Daredevil's a dark comic. It's nothing lighthearted about it. It's very entertaining, but it's also very very dark.
Yeah,
And the tone here is set, like you said, just like the comic. And they're
yeah,
doing a comic, and I'm
yeah,
loving it right now.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
No, Barenthal, he's he teases that how dark the Punisher special, the version, that for his character, in the Punisher special presentation that's coming out, right? So on Disney Plus, the the special presentation is sort of like when Marvel did the Werewolf by Night or the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. They're like 1.5 hour mini movies. It's like a standalone one-off thing, and this one's gonna be obviously Jon Bernthal as the gun-toting vigilante Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, a role that he has defined. No one else can play the Punisher at this point. He's defined the role on Netflix's Daredevil and Punisher spinoff, and so he's now back in the Daredevil spinoff, in the Daredevil, the second Daredevil spinoff, the spinoff of the spinoff, or no, the
The
Daredevil
spinoff,
spinoff,
his
the
spinoff, yeah.
Daredevil show. Yeah, yeah. So first time since season 2 of his graphically violent solo series in 2019. And in a new interview pegged to the upcoming action thriller The Accountant 2, which by the way, The Accountant 1, if you haven't seen it, go peep that
That's a
shit.
man. That's a damn good movie.
That shit is hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Yeah,
That shit is hard.
yeah.
Yeah, Ben Affleck is a scientist in that motherfucker. He's a surgeon. He's an assassin,
Yeah.
but he's surgical with that shit. He's
Yes,
dope.
he is.
Um,
Yes, he is.
yeah, yeah. So Barenthal's in the accountant too, right? And he's doing interviews. He's doing promotion work for the accountant too right now, and so he's out there and he's talking. And he says that the Punisher show or the Punisher's special presentation will be just as punishing as fans expect. And he said, quote, "I care very deeply about Frank. I'm really grateful that I'm getting the opportunity to tell the story that I think fans deserve. We're giving it our all, and we're trying to tell a Frank Castle story that we're going to turn our back on the audience. Oh, and we're not. eh, what he
Not
said?
gonna turn it
We're
back on.
No, he said we're giving it our all, and we're trying to tell a Frank Castle story that we're going to turn our back on the audience. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be the light, and I think it's the version that the character deserves, and I'm just beyond honored and grateful that we get the opportunity. It's not going to be light. I guess he means it's going to be dark. Um, the He's co-writing the special with Ronaldo Marcus Green, making a reunion with the actors. They did a HBO series called We Own This City, which was phenomenal. If you haven't seen We Own This City with Barenthal, Stu, peep that shit.
No,
It's
yeah,
H-
yeah.
yeah, no, it's fire. Um, that director and him, they're writing the Punisher, so it's phenomenal. He says, quote, Bernthal says, "It's going to be dark. Frank has no interest in breaking out the darkness. It's not going to be easy." He said, "I don't know if that's the Netflix tone, then that's what it's going to be. It will not be Punisher light, I promise you that." So there you go. Um, it's not going to be Punisher
We,
light. It's going to
we,
be dark,
we,
he said.
we shall see. We shall see, Mr. Barenthal.
We shall see, Mr.
Because
Bernthal.
yeah, because I mean, you know how I feel. We all know how I feel about it, man. Like, because
You want nonstop
everybody's
action.
yeah, and I want John Wick, but with
You
the
want
Punisher.
John Wick with the
I
Punisher.
want I want John Wick, Punisher Wick. That's what I want. Because I only make that argument, because when you talk about Punisher and Punisher movies, TV shows, whatever, um, everybody always says, "Well, it's a Disney or it's Marvel, and they can't really be that violent because
I don't know who
kids."
said that because they're
Punisher,
full of shit. Because that movie was violent as fuck. It was more violent than most like rated R shits that you see. It had every bit of the same kind of violence and gore that any John Wick movie ever had. So I don't
it,
know who said
it
that.
it did, but it wasn't like that's people's excuse when you talk about Punisher.
I ain't never
When I
heard that.
watched Punisher, when I watched Punisher
This shit is
Warzone, I
graphic
thought
as
that was the
fuck.
Punisher Warzone was the best.
Yeah, that was a
That
good
was the
movie.
best. That was the best Punisher movie to date.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the best Punisher movie for
yeah,
sure.
but if you're gonna do something with Punisher, it's got to be violent. It's got to be a lot of guns.
I
It's got to
think
be a
I
lot of people.
honestly, bro,
A lot
I
of
think
people
you need to
dying.
rewatch the Punisher show. You need to watch Daredevil season 2 Punisher episodes, and you need to rewatch that Punisher show, bro. Because
I did. I watched Punisher. I just don't think it moves fast enough for me. Listen, if it ain't John Wick, if it wasn't filmed like John Wick, if he ain't shooting and killing people like that, if he ain't doing.
he
I believe
is.
Punisher. I believe Punisher should be in that style. Because we watch a John Wick
It
movie.
is.
John Wick was giving it out.
It's
John Wick was giving it out.
bro, I'm telling you, you need to rewatch it, bro. Because when you first had this conversation, I was like, yeah, huh. And then I went and I rewatched the show, and I'm like, bro, what is Stu talking about? This shit, he's ripping eyeballs out. This shit is phenomenal. This shit is graphic as fuck, dog. This shit is
Yeah,
horrendous.
yeah, but the pace of it is just it's lackluster, man. It ain't John Wick. After watching a John
No,
Wick
it ain't
movie,
John Wick. It's the
I was
Punisher.
like, after watching a John Wick movie, I was like, nah, this is what a Punisher movie should be like this here. But
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though, dog. That's the thing, bro. It's not a movie. It's a show. So it has you know, 10 hours to fill. It can't be nonstop action like it's a 2-hour movie. You know what I mean? It's gotta have something that, we can't, it's, literally 8 or 9 or 10 1-hour episodes, or even if it's 45-minute hour episodes, still you're looking at 5, 6, 7 hours. And you got to put that in the frame of reference of a movie. Imagine a John Wick movie, you know, that's 10 hours long. They're gonna have to have some substance there. It can't just be nonstop. And John Wick
They should
Yeah,
be
I
like that.
mean,
That's
it is fire.
yeah. That's my whole thing. After seeing as violent as that was, you can't tell me you can't make a violent Punisher movie, a
You
rated R
can make
Punisher
a
movie.
violent Punisher movie and a rated R movie. You can, and they did. If you took the amount of violence, bro, here, let's do this. Let's do this. If you took the violence and action from the whole Punisher season and put it together, it's more than what is in a John Wick movie. Because John Wick movie is 2 hours long, and you got to have, how much of that is just the action. So you take that little bit, let's say it's an hour and a half, even, which is very generous, probably more like 45 minutes. Add up to all the shit that happened in that whole season of that show. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the action is there, but it is spread out. The pace has to be different because it's not a movie. The pace of a movie, again, you're trying to fit a whole story in 2 hours, so it has to be. But long form shows can't be. They're long form. That's why I like the shows over movies now. Like I'm a movie buff. Like I'm a film fanatic. And I started to really love and just really appreciate this whole show format because it's so much richer. It's like a book instead of a movie, right? It's like, how when they take a novel and they translate that shit to a movie and all the shit they leave out because they can't fit it in 2 hours, make it out of a
Yeah,
show, make a couple seasons, you get the whole fucking book in there.
that's
And
true.
that's what the Punisher show is. It's like the whole comic book series. And if you read it, like I said, we all know how fucking boring and lackluster Punisher comics can be. Because them shits, I swear to God, bro, I've yet to find an action-packed Punisher comic. It's like there'd be one little thing happen in some of them. For the most part, bro, it's shit slow as fuck and boring as hell. Um, and there's a lot of different Punisher. Now, if you get Punisher Max, that shit is fire. That's what
Or
what you're
War
talking
Journal. If you
about.
get War Journal
War
too.
Journal's
So
decent. It's
yeah.
good, but it's like the GI Joe. It's like there's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of talking and thinking and introspection and sitting and staring at the wall. you know.
You got yeah. A lot of it is, but that's like with the GI Joe cartoon. That's the one thing I liked about it more than the comic
Yeah.
was that it moved at a very faster pace,
Yeah.
and they were always punching, fighting.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
the comic, it definitely moved at a slower pace, and it definitely was a lot of dialogue. And I mean, you be sitting there like, oh my gosh, like what? Like
Yeah.
bubbles be this long. Speech bubbles be like this long.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh
Hella
man,
thick.
man.
But yeah, I think Punisher's been around for a long time. So but yeah, Jon Bernthal, he said, I get how much this guy means to people. I think that when you look at a comic book and the medium of comic books, not to be on my high horse, to read a comic book, it requires so much imagination. It requires the audience to use that imagination. And he said, the Punisher's been around since the 70s. I think anytime the audience puts so much of their own imagination into it, this character really belongs to the audience, really belongs to the fans. I get that and I respect that. And I
Mm.
personally I love that because that's what we always say. Like, they try to take it and make it their own, and then it be some bullshit, and it's not recognized. This is a character that for 50 odd years people have been growing up with. It's already a solidified thing. If you want to portray that in live action, go ahead and portray it, but don't tell me you're portraying it and then completely do some other shit, because then I'm just gonna be like, what? And how can I like it? How can I might have liked it if you just told me it's gonna be this thing and some new shit and make it up, and okay, cool, I like that. But don't tell me it's rain and you really pissing on me.
Yeah, it's raining now. Yeah, you pissing on my boots and tell
I
me it's
mean,
raining.
pissing me on my
Exactly.
head. But he continued. He said, "I know how important he is to many people. I've said that before, that I know how important the character is to people in law enforcement and the military. That's something that means an enormous amount to me. Guys putting the Punisher insignia on their body armor and their equipment as they've gone into battle to fight for this country, that's something I take very seriously." End quote. So yeah, I mean, the showrunner, also a writer, executive producer of The Punisher, will have his own reunion with Frank and with when Bernthal returns to the streets of Hell's Kitchen in this upcoming what do you call it, special presentation. But he's in the series. He's in Daredevil now. He's got the new episodes, which I think it's next week that Punisher's in it. So I mean, yeah. Yeah. Before you go, check this out.
Yeah, I gotta roll it out, and I'm just going. I'm just keeping an open mind about Punisher, bro. I'm just,
Yeah.
they might surprise. Might
Yeah.
surprise.
I think you will. I think you will. Fabian Cortez. So your boy from the Acolytes, Magneto's Acolyte. Yo, Raw Talk will be here in a minute. And
Yeah, it was
he
dope.
he knows a
It
lot
was
about
dope.
the
Yeah, the
Acolytes.
only one I got out of there, man, was
Bro, I
Wolverine.
got two of
That's it.
those, man. I got two of those. I don't know
You got
why.
two movies,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't.
Listen, it's Reno.
It's
It's a glitch. Did you get it from Hasbro Pulse?
No, it's not a glitch. I ordered one from Big Bad, and I ordered one from Hasbro. I ordered one from Entertainment Earth, and I ordered one from GameStop. Whichever comes first, I cancel the others. That's how I do it. I got tired of fucking. I ordered that shit from Big Bad Toy Store, and all the other ones deliver that shit, and I'm still waiting on mine, or vice versa. No more. I order them from all, and then whoever gives it first, the rest
Whoever
just
gets
get
it first.
canceled. That's it. The
All
rest
right.
just get canceled. Simple. But there you go, Fabian Cortez, part of that Wolverine lineup. So far, I
Now,
got.
you got enough to build a figure or no?
I'm not building a figure because I'm not buying them whack characters they want to make you buy to build the figure, and I don't care
The only
enough
other
about
one,
the build the figure to do it. But
the
this
only other
bad
one
boy
I want
here,
is Marrow. I just want Marrow. That Cyclops is hard, but I got too many Cyclopses. I can't get enough. I do
this
like
is
the energy
hard.
blast. That's a
That
dope energy
blast is
blast.
almost worth it, dog.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
worth it right there,
yeah, yeah. Damn, that's a hard Cyclops. I might have to
yeah,
get him, Reno. I
dog,
might have to get him.
dog.
I do want Marrow. I do want Marrow.
Really? That's the one I don't want. Why do you want Meryl? I don't even know who the
Marrow.
fuck that is.
She was on it. She was on the first time I ever seen Marrow. She was on Marvel versus Capcom. I used to play with her all the time,
Oh,
and I thought she was dope. I was like, "Yo,
oh,
Marrow was hard."
okay,
So they came out the
okay.
figure. I gotta get it, man. But that Cyclops is hard.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And then we got
Gambit. That's the what's that? Future and Perfect Gambit.
it's
That's the
Age of
Future Gambit,
Apocalypse.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Age of
Age of
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Yeah,
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 Age of
yeah.
Apocalypse. Yeah, I was telling Raw Talk it was Age of Apocalypse. He's like, no, I don't think that's Age of Apocalypse. It's Age of
No,
Apocalypse,
that's Age
man.
of Apocalypse. That's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
But I put that card in his hand because he didn't come with a card for some weird ass reason.
No.
Most Gambits always come with a card like that, with like a flaming card, and it's usually, and then they come with a hand with two fingers up, so you can put the card in it. Well, this dude came with the fingers, but he didn't come with a card, so I thought that was strange. So I gave him another Gambit's card, just for now. But I do like they did finally make a hand that actually grips this tiny ass staff. This is the same staff. No, no. This is the same staff that Marvel Legends uses for every character that has a fucking staff. Every single one. Moon Knight has this staff. Every Gambit
Yep.
has this exact staff, maybe a different color, but it's the exact material and exact little notches on it, little sections. Like it's
Yeah.
the exact staff. It's very, very skinny, and his hand it always just slides right through pretty much, unless you
Yep.
like you have to kind of fuck with it. Well,
Yep.
this guy grips it
Because
pretty
my
well, so I'm cool with that. I like it. He's got
now
some
you're right,
cool
Reno.
gold rings.
Because my Moon Knight can't hold his staff. It literally just
Yeah,
slips through
yeah,
his fingers.
yeah. What you got the Moon Knight with the Ankh?
Yeah, I got the Moon. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it's not gonna
It's
focus. I was trying to show you the little rings on his feet, but
see that the buckles on his boots is dope.
yeah, the
Like,
little gold rings on his boots. They hang on
yeah,
the
those
the
are hard.
leather. His boots just like they look like wrapped leather and shit. It's kind of hard to see with the camera not focusing like it is. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. God damn it! I don't even have the internet hardwired right now. I'm on Wi-Fi like a pictures probably ass.
And no wonder why I was stuttering. I was like, yo, you stuttering here a little bit. A little something, something.
You should have told me. I don't know. Here we go. So I'm plugged in now. Here we go. God damn it! Whole show was ass. All right. But no, this is amazing. These are new. This is new. They don't have this blast effect is a new one. I mean, so far their blast effects have been pretty much like this. And there's a few Cyclopses with blast effects that look just kind of like this. But I guess they thought, well, there should be something at the end, and then they gave us this deal, which keys in there like that. And it's really cool. It's really, really cool. You can sit it like I got a Sentinel, and I just like put it up against the Sentinel.
Nah, that's
Shit.
dope.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Blast effect. But
It
then we
looks
got,
it looks how it should. Like it looks.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
this dude just came in. Fucking $7 at Big Bad Toy Store right now. Fantastic Four, dude. The high evolutionary.
High evolutionary. Oh,
And I think this version is way cooler than that bullshit version from the movie. I was kind of mad that we didn't get a more accurate version. This dude is way more menacing than the movie version. If I can get it to focus. Oh well, I'm not gonna fuck with it too long. So I chromed him out. Woo. Now
oh
all that
yeah, that's
silver,
harder.
yeah. I had to chrome all that chrome out, and
Yeah,
I
that's much
designed
harder.
on his head. But yes, come on now, focus now. This is not. How about that now?
Yeah, that's much better. That's much better.
There it is. That's hard. But yeah, I took a $7, you know, nothing nonsense character figure that nobody cared or cared about or wanted, and it's pinless. These are pinless joints. This is like before the pinless joints became a big thing. And it's because it's a Fantastic Four little card back joint. So got lucky there. Fabian Cortez, can't wait to bust him out. He's got some blast effects. There you can see those kind of fireballs. They go outside of his hands. Same ones that uh, Iron Fist comes with, but instead of like yellow, they're orange. Oh no, shit won't focus. Now we got two mystery boxes. Oh, you're not gonna want to miss. You're gonna want to catch this, Stu. Yo, thanks, Marshall, man. Warpath. If you still here, bro, it's all good. We not talking about that no more. But check this out. Schwagain.
Those the Todd McFarlane one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is dope.
Yeah, I gotta get all this plastic and shit out of here so I can but there's the base, just like the cover. Amid the chaos, there comes a costume. And that's where we first got the black suit, Secret Wars. And speaking of Secret Wars, we have, we understand that they're going to be they've said confirmed that they're going to be using some shit from both the 80s Secret Wars and the 2018 or 2015 Secret Wars. So now we know that they've never fucking adapted a comic directly or fully or anything like that in the MCU, but they will be doing apparently some actual inspired, stuff from this. But there, check that out. You can see like the blue paint and then the spider sense. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's a hard statue. All of the ones he did you? I'm shocked you didn't get the Wolverine one.
I honestly, bro, I wasn't gonna get any of them. This was an accident order. I don't have anywhere to put it. I didn't really want it per se. I will potentially give it to my son. I'm not really understanding what the fuck it is. Is he serious? This is just a box? I thought there was some diorama. They act like there's some diorama in there.
Yeah.
It's just the background of the box and this little base.
Yep, on the base, yeah. And then you don't really want to take it out the box because of the background in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one?
Nah, I've seen them. I was that close to buying the Hulk one, the one with the Hulk. And then I was like, nah. And then I'm
really
like you, I'm like, yeah, I like them, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't have nowhere to put it. I'm like, I don't have nowhere to put it. I don't know. Just put a big box. I just don't.
Exactly. So I don't know. And then this is another mystery box. This one I actually don't know what's in it. That one I knew what it was. Does that mean I have a problem? That I don't know what the fuck is in my box?
It might. If you had like 17 boxes on your portion, yeah. Then you definitely got a problem. Right now, you just a victim of circumstance.
Yes, sir, bro. Let me explain something first before I reveal this bad boy. I've been waiting for this for literal years. Because first of all, you couldn't get it because for a long time it was fucking, it had been done. And then to find it on eBay, hella money and not paying, $100 something, $200. It's like two something. It was crazy. So Marvel finally re-released it in all of its original glory. And it's a much needed piece. A much needed piece. Raw talk. A much needed piece
on everyone
to my collection.
What's happening?
What up?
Oh, finally.
Yo,
finally.
Did we release it?
I got one. Yeah, I got one on pre-order. Yeah, I got one on pre-order too. I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, bro. Entertainment Earth is the only. Yeah, I never did. I never had him, dog. And when I seen, I wanted him for years, bro, and I wasn't trying to pay that price. And when I seen they re-released it, I jumped on it. But then this shit's been on pre-order for like a solid year.
Yeah,
you're right about that.
You know what I mean? And Entertainment Earth is the only one that shipped them. I know. Still on pre-order at Big Bad. Still on pre-order everywhere. Is Entertainment Earth. Whoever this is from, Entertainment Earth. I looked and nobody else. It's not ready for nobody. But there it is, man. It's got a little.
That's crazy, bro.
Sort of little blast effect, kind of like same thing MODOK sits on. I think it's probably the same one.
It kind
so
of.
He can float, yeah.
It might be. I don't know. No.
Remember, I had all
Raw talk. What up?
Chilling, man. Just getting in from the slave quarters.
Mm,
Oh,
putting in the
Not
work.
really
oh,
slave
oh.
quarters though. I have fun at work, man. It's a joy, man, to do what I do. You know,
Yeah, it's always good if you love your job. Check
it's
him
That's
just
out.
the
good, man.
commute.
That's
It's
good.
just the commute, man. It's
It's
my
the
career,
commute.
so I'm
I get
good.
Yeah, it's the commute that's ass.
Yeah,
I hear you.
that's the commute. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I love working from home. It
yeah,
the
man.
job could suck, but working from home is worth doing a job that sucks just because when I wake up in the morning, I'm at
you
work.
ain't
When
gotta
I
go
get
nowhere.
off, I'm already fucking home.
Yeah,
Oh,
it saves
Yeah,
money,
yeah.
saves everything.
stress. Bro,
Like
I getting off and
Stress.
just having to dread the whole drive home and the whole shit. It's like a whole
25% of
extra
your
part of the
check
god.
is saved.
25% of your check is gas or it's transportation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
I'll
With
never
that, fellas, I
fucking.
gotta roll out.
All right, brother.
And I can't wait to work from. I want to work from home one day. I'll be
Bro,
good. Get up, put my slippers on, give me a cup of mushroom coffee,
nah,
Yeah,
you keep
start
your
my
job,
day.
man. You
I'm
got a
gonna
good
get
job.
back to that very soon. I can't do it. I'm getting too old for this shit.
The Danny Glover. The
Yeah, Danny,
Murtaugh.
good.
Uh,
Hit him with the Murtaugh. What up, man? Peace,
yeah,
Stu,
yeah.
man. Be safe, bro.
Yes, Stu. Yeah, man. Shit, I was so tired yesterday. I came in, I turned on the Daredevil and fell asleep. Man, I gotta watch it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the ending is crazy, shocking, but we already went over it and talked about it, so you ain't got to worry about it.
I mean, I
Spoiling.
don't. You know me. I don't be caring about spoilers and stuff, man.
Yeah.
I
Well, it's
like
just
to watch it for myself as well. You know, it's
yeah,
still it's still exciting to watch. You know,
yeah,
just to see. You know.
yeah, yeah. Check him out. I chromed him out.
Oh snap!
The High Executioner.
Yeah,
Cause
he
it
looks
or
great.
not high evolutionary, right? My bad. Yeah.
Evolution. Yeah,
Yeah.
high evolutionary.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not
Comic
focusing,
version.
but yeah. Yeah, the comic version, right? The Fantastic Four joint. Man, I'm
Yeah.
hella excited, man. This is something I've been wanting for years, man.
Now he completes your team. You got everybody.
I mean, I already the only person I need, bro, and I need this one really bad is Beast. I need that lab coat
Oh,
Beast.
the lab coat beast.
I need it. Cause that's the only beast I want for my collection. I got a dark beast. I don't that's in the villain side. Um,
Go on Macari, man. These guys be having them for the low on Macari, man. I'm telling you.
I'd be worried about Makari, dog. I don't know.
Macari is way better than eBay, whatnot, and everything, bro.
Yeah,
Once you get your package, you confirm you got it. You confirm the condition it's in,
yeah.
and then that's how people get paid. I've been selling on there for like 3 years straight.
Oh, word.
Buying and selling, buying and selling. I'm waiting for on some GI Joes from California right now. I should be getting it in 2 days.
What if I don't respond and say I got my package?
Oh, if you don't respond, if you actually didn't get your package,
No, I just don't. I got it, but I don't say nothing.
oh,
I don't tell.
they give you 3 days to respond to delivery because they track
Oh,
everything.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if you don't respond
They just
to
you paying.
yeah, it automatically
Yeah.
goes to the seller the
Well,
money.
that's but the money sits in Macari until you respond, and then the buyer. Oh, then the seller gets
Yeah.
paid. Oh,
Yep.
word, that's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
then then
because you
then I
gotta
have
confirm
then
the condition. Because if you promote, let's say I send you a dark beast instead of the regular beast, you're gonna be like, "This is not what I asked for."
right.
So you get hit it with a return, cancel the order and return it, and it automatically could print out a return slip. Not no cost to you. You return it
Mhm.
back. They either remedy it or you get your money back. Doesn't matter. You good.
Mm, right.
They have buyer's protection and everything, man.
Man, that's
So
dope.
let's say you
Uh,
sell something and somebody says, "Ah, this ain't what I ordered," and you took all the pictures, you packed it up and everything, you send evidence, you get your money regardless. Even if they
mhm.
say, "Oh, I didn't get it," you get your money.
Nice.
That happened to me. I got my money. That was only one time out of thousands of times I sold on Macari.
Look at the packaging, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I had that, man. I
what I was just gonna ask you. Is it the same exact box, like a weird shape?
it's the
It's got
same
a
box.
real weird
Same
shape.
box. It's same exact
Yeah.
box. Yep.
Okay. See, it's like it's flat here, then it goes up, but it's got a weird curve here.
It looks to me like it was overstock that they found and they gathered from other
Mhm.
countries and
'Cause
they
I thought
shipped
it was bent.
or something like
I was
that.
like,
No,
"Oh, it's fucked up." No, that's how they
all of
got
them
it.
got that
That
curve
way.
like this. All of them
Yeah.
got that curve.
But no, you're right.
Engineered.
It must be a fucking well,
Mhm.
it's Marvel 80.
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
80 years boxes like that, like the 3 packs and stuff like that, have
yeah.
that curve.
Oh, I got this. I got him, the Daredevil with the scooter. I meant
Mhm.
the Deadpool with the scooter.
Nice.
I don't have a Daredevil. That's another thing I need. I need a Daredevil.
Oh, okay, okay.
The Marvel Legends Daredevil is mad expensive right now.
Oh, 'cause
Um,
of the show, yeah.
yeah,
And
and
bro,
I just
yo,
want the
I
comic
know
book.
it's gonna be like a broken record. I had every Daredevil, even the
The
Netflix Daredevil, bro.
all I want is the yellow comic one and the red comic one.
I had that because that was the Walgreens exclusive, the yellow one. The
Mhm.
red one I had in
And I
a
used to
pack
tee it
with
up.
I had separate and in a pack with the what you call it, the Defenders.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was just collecting a little bit and I
Mhm.
didn't really know what I wanted and shit yet, and I didn't really know what I was buying, like, I would see some of these characters that I want bad right now. I would see them in Walgreens and be mad. I'd be like, "Why the fuck they keep putting the same figures, the same one they always got, and now I can't get that bitch, and I want it bad." And that shit was in Walgreens for umpteen times. I went in there and seen
Yeah.
it and fucking tossed it and was pissed that I saw it. And now, like, I could have, man,
Yeah.
I just
Marvel
didn't know
Legends.
yet.
Yeah, the Marvel Legends not for nothing. I mean,
They're coming up in value right now,
yeah, because
pretty heavy.
everybody's realizing that it's over. Hold on for a
Yeah,
second. I got my
yeah,
son calling.
yeah. And these new ones are amazing, guys. These the new Marvel Legends, I mean, the only regret I have is that this is the pin joint version of that they didn't remake this. Like I really would like to see a remake of this, but it'll probably be a while, especially now because of this reissuing of this one. So probably be a while before we get another Marvel Legends version of this. That said, what they have been doing right now is like remaking a lot of figures that were dope that people liked, but now with the new quality, they're because these are new. I mean, this is a new body mold. These are new joints. They're double jointed, but there's no pins in the elbows and in the knees in the new Marvel Legends. Whereas all the old Marvel Legends had pin joints. Now, none of them do. None of them do. Except unless it's a real big figure, then sometimes they have pins in the joints. But man, I don't know. It's I just now I really love the pinless joint figures. Pleasantly surprised that this was all pinless and he was only $7. The high evolutionary. But yeah, if y'all wanted this, man, you better go get it. You better pre-order that joint while it's still up. I'm thinking it's gonna sell out mad quick. Might even be sold out. I don't know. Oh, you ain't see Fabian Cortez, the acolytes. Yeah, the acolytes was dope. And yeah, this is the Age of Apocalypse Gambit. Bing bing. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm on the phone with my son. He had a little dilemma in school real quick. I'm trying to settle that right now. I'll be right back on in a
oh
minute.
word. Yeah,
One minute.
man. Yeah, take care of that. Or yeah, then we got to talk about your boy Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball, Stephen King character. So yes, this is Stephen King created GI Joe character gets an awesome new toy from Hasbro. I did not understand that Stephen King created Crystal Ball. I it something vaguely though I knew about that, and I was like, oh, that clicks. But I didn't exactly remember how. But it says here Hasbro may be best known for their Marvel Legends and Transformers figures, but the other major franchise that they have under their belt is GI Joe. The popular '80s television toy line has been celebrated by the company's GI Joe Classified series, which you will see a whole wall of over there. The latest addition to this line is going to bring horror and GI Joe together. It may even be a character you didn't know existed, as Hasbro has announced that Richard Crystal Ball King is the next niche character to be hitting store shelves. Revealed at the Walmart Collector Con, the 6-inch scale figure is based on the character created by horror legend and author Stephen King. He created the hero for King's son, Owen, who was a massive fan of the franchise. And you may know Owen King. He's an author now. His son even helped shape the character because Owen wanted a magician on the G.I. Joe team. The figure itself will be a Walmart exclusive and will come with a handful of mystic accessories, and this includes an alternate hand dread-inducing response energy, tech projected monster mask, and lenticular hypno shield with attachable fear manifestation. And if that wasn't enough, there's also a spectrally charged sword, a crystal ball with a ghostly tendril, and a weapon accessory. Also, if you thought the character and figure had uncanny resemblance to another genre icon, Vincent Price, that was the idea. Just looking at this figure is enough to hear Vincent Price's infamous voice haunt your skull. Now, the original Crystal Ball definitely fucking looked like Vincent Price.
Oh hell yeah!
This one really doesn't. Maybe Vincent Price's son or something. I don't know. I guess he still has the ambiance, the essence. But as for the, hang on, let me see if we can get that. There we go. As for the, so there's his lenticular shield. So I don't know if you can see that. You see around the barrel of his gun that little. It's a worm. It's called a time worm.
Yeah, like Globulus had.
Right. And so somehow they're like trying to mix him or bring him into to the globulous world in the narrative in some way. So
Well, he
this sword,
came around that time too. In the
yeah.
action figures, he came around the same time as Globulus in them.
Okay. I ain't realized that. Um um Lenny, who makes the figures, said that the green stuff does not glow in the dark. The little disc here, this little green disc, it's supposed to go. It goes on the shield. It sticks in there, and they call it. The article is calling a fear manifestation piece, but it definitely, is the same image that is the lenticular thing on the shield. I guess the idea is that the shield hypnotizes you, and then the green thing, it actually manifests, and there it is, like coming out at you. I think is the idea they were going for. But Lenny said some dumbass shit, talking about you could take the green thing and put it in your pocket and carry it around.
Well, yeah, he's an idiot sometimes. I mean,
uh, the other thing he said that was really fucking stupid, the mask here, and I think it was in a jesting way, but I don't know. He kind of then doubled down, but he said that the mask could double as a pet.
it's what do you call those creatures? The Cthulhu?
Cthulhu.
Huh,
Yeah,
Cthulhu, yeah.
Cthulhu. Yeah. Yeah, it's a skull with tentacles and two horns.
Maybe if you could
And
sit it down on
if you sit it down, yeah, it kind of sits there like a like a creature. So you could, I guess you could say it's a pet. It's a fucking pet. Uh, he does cool. Come with a cool crystal ball. I think that's dope. That's the coolest thing I think that he comes with. I'm glad that he has the lenticular shield. That's all I was really worried about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and
Oh, not
I'm
to cut
down.
you off.
No, go
He
ahead.
came out in '87 along with the Cobra La team, which is Nemesis, Enforcer, Royal Guard, and Globulus.
Ah,
Yeah,
there you
so
go.
he
So
came out
yeah,
in
he's yeah, yeah, it's related. Now they make the things look like they glow here, but they apparently don't. So
yeah.
that's kind of misleading. I know a lot of people really thought this shit was gonna glow in the dark. Personally, I don't give a shit. It's not. I don't
It
really
would have
care
been
about it.
dope if it did. It would
It
have
would
been.
have been cool. Yeah, it would have been definitely would have been cool. It is somewhat of a letdown, but it's
And
not
it's not
like
that expensive to do glow in the dark parts from China.
it really isn't.
And it's a half
Yeah.
a cent. It's half a cent because it's all it is a powder
Uh
that's
huh.
added to the plastic.
Right. Right.
That's all it is.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe I guess they're trying to cut costs, but who knows? He never came with a sword or anything back in the day, from what I remember. He just had the shield, right? It was just the
Yep.
shield. Yeah.
Just the shield and his sidearm, which was attached to his leg in the mold.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's one thing I love about Classified. I really love is that all the stuff that was molded into the figures are now removable, like the knives and the grenades and the guns. I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Because like when I was a little kid, I really fucking was like, man, I wish that shit, came out. But
Or, right?
I mean, but it's cool. I like the fact that they're putting the time worm on the pistol. That's pretty cool. Like a nice, kind of bringing it together. He's got a cool design. I'm not mad. I love the trench coat thing. Idea with the furry collar.
Yeah, because he
I'm
does
really
have it in the old one too, in the old ring.
right. Right. Doesn't he have fur around his collar?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. But it's not a trench coat. It's just like a vest or
Yeah,
something,
it's
right?
like some sort of vest, but they really outdid themselves with this figure. I mean, not
Hmm.
for nothing, I think it's a great figure. One of the figures I would say figure of the year. If I see
Mm,
it in person, then I can really examine it.
yeah.
But for the most part, for what he comes with, accessories that's and the tie into the Cobra La, I
Hmm.
like it.
Hmm.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I I don't know. I don't know. I the only thing I'm thinking like I feel like the legs are just a little plain. I don't know. I would have liked to see some sort of maybe just some shit hanging off or something. I don't know. Like the shit
Mm.
Zartan had was cool. He had like the shit hanging off his belt and shit. That was some cool effects. He had that snake head hanging from his belt and like some other cool stuff.
And the monkey
Shit like
claw.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I'm not complaining. Like you said, man, I think it's phenomenal. It's one of my favorites so far. And the early photos we saw didn't have that eye makeup. We
Hmm.
didn't know it was gonna have that cool, and that I think sets it off. I think that really makes it dope.
I always thought he was akin to the dreadnoughts. You know,
Yeah.
I thought he was a dreadnought, but he's just an interrogator, a hypnotist.
Right. Right.
You know?
Creepy bastard.
And then
Yeah.
they give him a skull he could hold in his hand too, like that's pretty dope. You know.
Yeah.
Mm. So they're going through the '87 wave now. I see they did Big Boa, they
Yeah.
did Crocmaster, they did Raptor.
Mhm.
Um, they're teasing Mercer and the
Road
other
pig. I don't know
yeah
what road pig. Yeah, Mercer's they showed his vest.
yeah they're gonna do Globulus. They did Techno Viper,
Yeah.
Nemesis Enforcer. They did
Yeah.
the Royal Guard. They're gonna do
Yeah.
um the only one left for them to really get busy on, and that was a tease. Also, was the Battle Armor Cobra Commander.
Mhm.
He's coming very soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, so they're
The one
running.
character I'm dying to see, man, that they haven't even mentioned yet is Hit and Run. I don't know why nobody's talking about this character. For me, I just thought he was hella cool. Um,
Hit and run with all the camo.
yeah, Camel Maker. He looks, and then they even did the airborne body,
Hmm.
painted the face with camo, and called it the 60th anniversary,
Yeah.
Marine or
So
whatever. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
they
like
could
what
have
the
just
fuck.
said hit and run, and people would have been happy. They would have got two birds with one stone. But you never.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm glad I didn't want it to be like a remake, a repaint of Airborne or anything. So
Yeah.
that's cool. I hope they make. But I mean, for the most part, man, there's a lot of my favorite characters we've already gotten. The fact that we got our Storm Shadows out the way, and just Quick Kick and Firefly, and I mean, Copperhead out the gate was crazy. I was surprised that they did Copperhead out the gate so early like that with no moccasin, no vehicle or nothing. That was the reason I was surprised because for some reason I really just loved Copperhead, the
Cuphead is
figure.
dope.
He was
Yeah.
a dope figure, and I don't know, maybe it was the colors or how it but just a dope figure that I liked, and so yeah, they've surprised me with a couple of the choices of figures that they make, but I'm excited to see the rest of them.
Yeah,
I
man.
I'm glad they didn't just do 82, then 83, then 84, then 85, then 86, because it would have taken a really long time to get to the figures that I like. So I'm glad they mixed it up, but at the same time, it's hard because there's a lot of other figures that I want to see from 88, 87, 86
Mhm.
that we haven't touched yet. But
Yeah, I mean, you got a ton of them, man.
imagine,
They did
imagine
go
what
through
they
the
could do
Python
with.
Patrol like crazy and the Tiger Force, so they went through those like crazy.
Yeah, and it's like whatever. I guess it's easy. They're repaints, so it was
Yeah,
easy. And
true,
maybe
true.
that's why they probably chose certain figures because they knew, okay, this is we can Tiger Force this guy, we can Python this guy because he had a Python and Tiger Force back in the day. So they
Yeah, all
probably,
they had to do is deco it. Yeah, it's a cost effective measure,
mm-hmm,
which makes
mm-hmm.
sense. I would do the same.
Oh
Truth
yeah,
be told, I would do the same. Heavy.
I mean they did it
Anybody that
back
got
in the day.
repaint will get repainted.
Yeah, I mean for them to like put out all the regular ones first and then be like, okay, all the regular ones out. Now let's start doing Python and Patrol and shit. People would be like, oh, that sucks because that's how it really was back in the day. But
Yeah,
now having those Python patrols is hella nostalgic for a lot of people.
yeah,
I really didn't ever get into the Python Patrol or Tiger Force too much. I got a few Tiger Force things, but it I don't know. I
mm,
was too interested in finding the new shit. Like I don't
yeah.
know. I wasn't really about the repaint shit because I was onto it right away as a little kid. I'm like, what? They just painted fucking what's his name? Like I was like, trying to fool me? Tiger Force my ass. You just painted this fucking figure.
Yeah, right.
Like with some ugly ass colors too. Like what the fuck is this?
And even back then, that was cost effective for them back then too.
Well, that's why
They
they
had
did
to
it
go.
then.
You
Yeah,
know,
they did it back
that's
then
what they
just to
do.
see
That's the
which
history of GI Joe. That's what they all always did. So
yeah. And that's why I'm not mad at it. I'm happy that they do it now. Like I'm glad that they do what do you call it? Not repaints. Yeah, repaints and
yeah,
just shit like that because it reminds me of like reuse, like they reuse certain
it makes sense.
parts with
And,
another
and
character. Like, oh, that's this character got such and such as legs and shit.
yeah,
I love that they do that now because they did that back in the day.
yeah, they did everything. The weapons,
Yeah,
everybody got the same weapons and stuff. Just what it is. That's GI Joe. I'm
yeah,
waiting for the Lifeline. I want to see what they do with Lifeline.
yep. That's another one. Lifeline mainframe.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with dial tone, bro? They still have not shipped this dial tone.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
I
dog.
think I seen people with dial tone, but I
Oh
guess they
yeah, a lot of people have it, but you look at all the websites and they're all still saying for pre-order. So you tell me where them people got them. I don't know.
they probably got them from overseas from that dude over
Yeah, yeah,
Taiwan. I forget his name.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Jedi, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I hit him up and he's like, "No, I never got him."
Oh, he never got him. Oh, then there's another player in the mix that's
Yeah,
shipped.
that's what he said, but I don't know. Somebody else said they got it from him, so I don't know why he said he didn't get it. Maybe he just meant I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he didn't have it at the time.
It is what it is.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm hella excited about. Oh, you get anything new? What'd you get new? Slade said, I know you got something new.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What did I get new? I don't think I got anything new. Like, let's see. I'm waiting for some figures. Um. Oh, yeah, I did get some stuff. Oh, I'm over here because I ain't been on in a minute, so
Yeah.
I got Viper. This is the Jinx. Let me turn on some lights in here.
What?
This is the Jinx version. This was late. I forget what year this was. I think it's 2004 or somewhere around then.
Word?
Yeah, this is the Stinger, and Jinx was recolored, like we say.
Yeah.
Let me take her out so y'all could see. She was recolored as a Cobra called Viper, and
Hmm.
if they do that, that'd be smooth. That's like deep diving into some later years. But
Mm-hmm.
this is how she looks. You remember
Yeah.
the Jinx?
Yeah.
That's how she looked. Look like she got denim on and shit.
What?
And then
That's
her
dope.
same Stinger, just colored the same way she's colored. It's like the Cobra's version of the Night Force, their version of stealth. You
They
know?
put so wait, that's the O ring
Yeah,
from '04.
yeah,
Who
man. They
made
had
that?
O rings up to '06.
Oh,
Yeah,
where?
yeah.
When did that 25th anniversary shit happen?
25th anniversary had to be 2010, 2000,
Uh,
2009, somewhere around there. Hold
got
on.
you. Man, I'm hyped for some of these new McFarlane toys, man. Well, I say uh
Like I
two of
have.
them.
Oh yeah.
I definitely like I need a Two-Face hella bad. Two-Face is one of my favorite characters, and I thought they would never make a comic version, but they finally are. And
Mm,
he's definitely got to stand next to my Penguin and Riddler and Joker, because I like them OG comic versions.
see, I'm
That's fire.
looking for Viper now. If she's not here, then she's in the earlier ones.
What in the comic? Are you
No,
looking
no,
for
I'm
catalog?
talking because I have this GI Joe uh book where action figure archives. So this is my go-to. This is how I check off and mark the figures
Mm-hmm.
that I bought and have.
Mm.
So I won't repeat and buying again.
Right, right.
Sometimes I have that habit of purchasing the same figures over and over, and then I
Yeah,
have like 15 copies of one figure just because they're affordable and they're there, and it's like I gotta get them. It's like
yeah,
an addiction, man. It's like I can buy Duke 15 times and it really don't bother me. Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's like he was there, so I bought him.
Right.
People look at me crazy, but hey,
Yeah, nah, I feel you. Like I see some figures that I already got, and it's like, man, I fucking want to buy him again. He was so dope.
yeah, have a
Yeah,
couple of them and stuff.
yeah,
But it's just the love of that art, man. The love of the
yeah,
art is very serious, man.
yeah,
Um,
sure.
my cousin, he got me these manimals. He got
Mm,
me iguanas and werewolf. These guys, these are from 2001.
mm,
Yeah, the later years. They're rare because not many of them have been made. And here you go. So yeah, she's from 1998. Viper. Yep.
wow,
And
wow.
she comes with quick kicks. No. This is Snake Eyes version 4's backpack, I believe.
Hmm.
Yeah, with the two swords. Yeah. So yeah, man. These guides are like gold, man. You get your hands on these if you're into collecting O-rings.
Yeah.
These are valuable tools, man.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't tell you how much. Like, and then I have the main Bible of GI Joe. I broke it down because I kept on using it. It kept falling apart on me, so I put them in my Easy Trapper
Yeah.
Trapper Keeper.
Dope.
So the Belemo O-ring. This is the book. This is the GI Joe Bible for now. I know he's doing a new
Mm,
one in a database, but this is the one. If you're trying to hunt down O-rings, if you
yeah.
have this book, you got gold. Sometimes these books can run $250, depending.
What?
Yeah,
Where do you get them?
online. Well, my brother got way back in the day, man. I mean, he got this in I think '99 for me,
Oh.
and it was only $12 or something like that.
Uh,
And but now they sell them for like 250, 150 up to $250.
what the
And
fuck?
I went to a toy show with my cousin. We all go to that GI Joe toy show. I
Yeah.
keep raving about.
Yeah.
He got one for $5. This guy, I mean, because he's an army vet, and army vets, they they
Yeah.
show favor to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he gave him $5. I was like, I looked at him like, what? But
Hell yeah.
I shouldn't complain. I got mine for $12, but it was just like I wouldn't mind having another one.
Hell yeah.
But that
Shit.
was his last one, and he gave it to my cousin for $5. I was like, yo, lucky bastard.
Hell yeah.
And that's a gem because these books
Yep.
they're online, but they're hard to come by because of the price of them. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm.
So, yeah, man. The world of GI Joe, man, never ends, man. It ain't gonna end until I end. I told my wife that. She came in here one day trying to kid with me. She was like, maybe you should sell all this stuff. I was like, you know what? This stuff here keeps me from killing people.
Yeah.
Literally. I am telling you
Yeah.
this literally.
Yeah. Yes.
This keeps me sane
Yes.
in my
Exactly.
own personal world. I don't have to deal with none of the madness. I can sit here and enjoy. Because
Exactly.
otherwise I'll be out there doing craziness. God knows who knows what.
Yep.
Trying to get into the mix or do something that get myself into more trouble type deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I have a T-shirt I made. I was like, I said, my wife's lucky I collect action figures instead of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live by that, and I tell her that this is a true statement. Because if I wasn't collecting these, I for sure would be collecting bitches.
Oh yeah. And
I'm just
and that's
telling the
what I
truth.
mean. No, I
What
mean,
else do with the other-
girls they should recognize, man.
Yeah.
We ain't got time for nothing else. But this is I'm going nuts right now. This is one of my favorite Batman
Oh
with all the
wow, we kill a
guns.
croc.
Yeah, and he comes with this killer croc.
Hold on,
Oh,
hold on, hold on. That's the one they did with all the weapons.
yep. But
He's
it's like a
redoing.
yeah, it's like colored different. He's got gray and black instead of
Yeah,
just being all black. He's got like brown on the strap. There's like paint apps and shit. It's mad detailed and shit.
interesting.
Yeah. And then they got this one.
Oh, he got the one from the movie.
Yeah, Jim
Well, he
Carrey.
looks like the one from the movie.
Yeah, it's like the Jim Carrey one, I think.
Is it? It looks lit up. Is it? Uh,
Um, no, it's just got metallic,
okay.
the lights hitting it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
And this
crazy.
dude, I like this is the
Fate.
OG. Yeah, Dr. Fate OG with the cloth cape, classic classic version. I like
Yeah.
when I see the comic versions. I don't like these McFarlane like realistic trying to make them look like, from the live
Mhm.
action movie or some shit. Like
Yeah.
I like this is more like a Marvel Legend. And this one's dope. This is a new Batman head sculpt.
That's
I
from
mean,
the video game,
uh
I believe.
He's got like look at the belt. It has like
I know
black
what that means.
shading on like weathering or something on the
Yeah.
belt. The paint is crazy. And look at the butterfly joints on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stepping it up with this cloth cape.
He's going out like a champ.
Yeah, he said you going out on a high note.
Yeah.
But ain't no telling when these are gonna hit. This is from the Toy Fair
Yeah.
2025, New York Toy Fair.
Yeah, they questioned him. There was a guy there interviewing him, and he asked him about the about what's going on between
Yeah.
Marvel and all that. He
Oh.
said, "Well, stay tuned. You never know. People, everybody, we're trying to
Mm,
make it feasible for everybody."
mm,
And I'm like, that's just an excuse to say that
hmm.
the time is up.
Yeah.
You know, it's all right to say, hey, I had my run, the contract was up, somebody outbidded me.
Yeah.
It happens in business. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
And that's all it is.
So. But if he goes to Marvel, I wonder if he's going to keep the same scale. That's what everybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Would they put him under the contract for the same scale? And when he gets the same scale, what will he do with it? Will it be more realistic with the shading and all that? Or is his
Mhm.
comic versions of it, which,
Well, I mean, the shit he's doing with Marvel, we've seen. It's these fucking things.
mhm,
These little mini statue joints.
yeah. But see, those are
Marvel Legends is still gonna be done by Hasbro.
okay.
He's gonna have the ability to make some Marvel shit too, though. But Legends will still be done by the same people that does Legends. What I think is the most interesting thing is that what's the name of them is getting DC back, Mattel
Oh, yeah, Mattel, you said it
yeah,
right.
Mattel. Yeah, they're getting DC back, and I want to know what they're gonna do because their last figures weren't bad at all. Like for the time, they were pretty dope, and they were more like a Marvel Legend kind of the ones that I'm talking about, and
Yeah, they're multiverse at the end of the day, and then
they
they
they are multiverse, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I don't know, they're just for some reason they're doper than McFarlane's. I
Mm.
think. I mean they're not better because when they came out the technology at the time. I mean the figures at the time weren't better, but in
It
my
was the
opinion,
vibes.
yeah, and it was the versions and the stuff that I liked. I want to see certain characters and certain versions of characters. I don't want to see so many. I mean, McFarlane just went ham with like every Batman that he could imagine. There's so many Batman figures, and he just did so many Batmans that it took forever to get any other characters out of him. And when
Yeah,
you did, they were just these weird versions or versions no one cared about, and then or movie versions, or they look like they're fucking live action characters. It just I don't know.
yeah,
It's like don't tell me it's this version from the comic, but then I look at it and clearly this looks like a live action realistic person. Doesn't look like how he looked in the comic at all.
yeah. Like what was it? What did he do wrong? He did something with Christian Bale's face that didn't look like Christian Bale.
Oh yeah,
Sizing was off on certain things. It was just like, I mean,
yeah,
he had his ups and downs.
yeah, man.
Imagine if he got the GI Joe license. That'd be something different.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want I'm not a fan of McFarlane figures, bro. I don't
Mm,
like his like when he does anime figures. The faces are always not good. Like they don't look like the face in the anime,
yeah,
and that's a big problem for me. Because I mean, it's a drawing, it's an anime drawing. You can easily get that right. It's not a human
yeah,
face that you have to sculpt. Like it's just that's just laziness.
yeah.
Um, and then
Yeah,
yeah, the
I have my
proportions are always yeah the Batman ones, yeah.
well, the Batman Ninja from Mattel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because it was a build a figure from the multiverse, their last multiverse with the blue box, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I mean, Mattel get it back. If they upgraded the technology with the joints and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they'll be the next in line for that. And they're at 6 inches. I think they'll kill a game. Marvel Legends will definitely have to step it up with the cloth capes and
Yeah.
let them do it with cloth capes too. Let if they do a 6 inch with cloth capes, wired
Yeah.
cloth capes,
Yeah.
bro, they'll
Yeah.
kill it. They'll
Yeah.
kill it.
Because when
Crazy.
Marvel Legends has done cloth that I've seen, it hasn't been really wired. Like
Yeah.
it's Doctor Doom. They have a cloth Doom. I have, but it's not wired. But yeah, that would be a nice upgrade for Marvel Legends. They've already done so much in that realm of, I think, in improvements. Like the figures now, even from 3 years ago, are vastly improved.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock, y'all. We gotta wrap it up, and
Oh,
I gotta eat some dinner myself. But we'll be back Saturday, of course, every weekend, every Saturday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. Catch us right here.
yeah, I'll
And
definitely be on time this time. Last Saturday, I don't know. I was in a mix.
hey, I
About
understand.
to be, I told you guys I was about to be a new father again. So
Oh, word?
yeah, I told y'all before. I don't know. I probably said
Yeah,
it in passing or
you probably
whatever.
said it in passing. Yeah. Well, congratulations, man. I mean, definitely keep us
So
posted on that.
it's a whole bunch of wildness going on.
I already know.
Good wildness, but
Good
wildness not
shit, but wild shit. Yeah, I feel
yeah.
you. All
Yeah.
right, y'all, man. Be safe, man. Appreciate y'all for coming, and we'll see you guys Wednesday. I mean, my bad, Saturday.
Saturday. Indeed.
Peace.
Peace.